throw a holiday party?
There's such a thing as a planet Moxie can't establish profitable bar.
In old age, memories are like loot. A lot of trash, and a precious few you never want to lose. Unfortunately, a lifetime of shots to the brain, some fists, some whiskey, have made the old bread box less trustworthy than a Pandoran arms dealer. So I offloaded my most important memories to the handsomest, most charming men I knew. My digital clones. They stayed in the Echo Net and kept me memories safe, so as I could visit them every once in a while. Like the kids I hopefully didn't have. But don't worry, as is always the case when you're feeling good, galaxies will rally to correct that. Here's a joke for you. A guy walks into a bar and realizes he's just been murdered. Or one of my memories was, at least. Permanently deleted from the EchoNet. Killed, you might say. It shouldn't have been possible, but the data was sound. In mine, though, clearly wasn't. Who'd killed my memory clone? And why? I was too close to solve this kind of case myself. So I called for help. I only hoped they were up to the task. Perfect timing, boyo. Got a mystery to sort. Could use some help. What do you say? Ready to find out who killed my memory, Zane?
Oh, what?
Some years back, I realized my mind wasn't as sharp as I'd like. Was messing about with a new version of my clones. Decided to turn the failed ones into a sort of living memory bank, you might say. And that's how we got Memzanes. Clones I can have a proper chat with, each holding a different bit of my memory.
So what? One of them got deleted?
Exactly! Impenetrable system, state-of-the-art, only accessible by yours truly, or you, once you're vetted. And yet, someone cracked it. You gotta find out who killed me, Memzane.
So I'd be like a cyber detective?
If that's how you want to put it, sure, go on. The killing took place in that arcade game called Private Dick. I'd go with you, but someone has to stay here to get you back out when you're done. So, best of luck in there.
The EchoNet has a million stories. Mostly porn, but occasionally, a mystery bubbles to the top, like fart in a swimming pool. I didn't have much time before this hot case went colder than my own heart. I'd have to check the crime scene, learn more about the Vic. Vic is short for victim. This case didn't make much sense, and I said as much to the fella who hired me. Why does it matter if one of his pals got deleted? Couldn't he just make a new one?
With how quickly memories degrade, each new version is worse than the last. This Memzane held my most important memories. Some new ones in there of Levane, but most were decades old and of the best people I ever met. I promise I'd never let them be truly forgotten. But now, that promise will be more difficult to keep.
The crime scene was a mess, and I'd left my broom at home, next to my tarot cards and crystals and shit. Like a wealthy high schooler who learns to mature through falling in love with her ex-stepbrother, I was clueless. Maybe somebody else knew something. I needed to ask around.
A violent deletion. One of the worst I've seen. I'll be around if you need any forensic analysis. Say, a murder in Digital City? That's news, all right. If you find a scoop, be sure to share it with your old journalist friend. Maybe I'll cut you in on a slice of the action. Hey! Ah, for feck's sake, a vault hunter! This case is grisly enough without you loot-hungry kill goblins messing up my crime scene. Shove off, will you?
Scanning the scene should give us a clue or two about where the killer went next. Their digital signature should be linked directly to the blood spatter.
The hairs on the back of my neck stood up. Lots of blood, but not much else. I'd found a piece of the puzzle. Just a corner piece, sure, but that's how you start a jigsaw puzzle. With the corners. Soon I'd find the rest of the edges, and then came the hard part. Only this time, I'd lost the box the puzzle came in, so I didn't know what the end result would be. Some shady figures were observing the scene. And you know what they say about returning to the scene of the crime? Don't do it. But perhaps one of them was dumb enough to shut the book on this case, even though I'd hardly finished reading the prologue. You know, I always liked when people got out of my way. It meant they were scared. But this time, it was only going to make solving the case more difficult. Damn my aura.
Circuitry installed.
Always feels good. You!
Decapitated, huh? Oof. I can maybe get some prints off of that bottle. Scrap of paper. Could be a clue. Bring those clues over here so I can take a look. That's a digi-Zane, all right. What a waste. An eviction notice. The name and address are scratched out. Strange brand.
For the last time, I want you out. Vault Hunter's got no jurisdiction in my city.
I never cared much for the police, and this digital one was no exception. Ad cab didn't roll off the tongue, but it'd do in a pinch. Footprints are the key to many mysteries, and these ones really had a stink to them. I didn't want to jump to any conclusions, but nobody warned me against taking a leisurely stroll toward one. That crime scene was the bunk. Zane had been killed somewhere else. It was time to pound the pavement, search for the real place of the murder. Embrace the darkness!
with you in there. It's only been modified to allow myself in with no issues. But I guess us vault hunters are used to things trying to kill us day in and day out. So, business as usual then, really. Should come back shortly. Scrap of paper is an eviction notice from basic Skyline Chambers. Hoping to have it in for you soon. Their digital signature should be linked directly to the blood spatter. Nice one. That scan linked the killer's digital signature with the blood spatter. We should be able to track them further now.
Prints from feet. Footprints, to the layman. Just what I was looking for.
Name on the eviction notice says Blade Diaz, apartment 432. Not exactly a block known for its hospitality, so keep your head on a swivel. Or three.
Blade Diaz. If I was right, he was guilty of two things. Accessory to murder, and having the coolest name ever. about to be a synth apocalypse. Broken. Good thing I had my best buddy. The neighborhood was nicer than my own, digital or not. Perhaps a place for Zane to come home to his digi-wife and digi-kids. Maybe he had. Until she'd up and left with the digi-tennis instructor, and left him with a severe case of the digi-lonelies and nothing to keep him warm at night but his rage and a bottle. Damn. It makes me think of her. Wish they were you.
Nobody's home! Now leave before nobody fills you full of lead!
They say when one door shuts, a window opens. But I wasn't in the mood for fresh air. Your place looks even worse than I expected.
Okay, I give! Just don't kill me!
Your name was found at a crime scene. Mind explaining why?
Ah, jeez! I knew my stupid eviction notice fell out of my pocket somewhere. But I didn't kill the guy. I only moved the body like Bruno told me to. Square on my mum's grave. He's a club Aurora.
Sure hope nothing you kill in there is important to the game's code. You'd think it'd be fine. But once, I found a file that was just a photo of a baby thrasher. Huh? Deleting it would cause the game to crash every time you load it up. So strange. Something near you is giving me all sorts of interference. Having a real hard time tracking you in there. Not sure if it's the killer or what. But keep your eyes open. Finally found something it couldn't fix.
Circuitry and sorrow.
fingerprints on the bottle match one Bruno Hawk, bartender. Should be easy to find.
You're not getting in.
Agree to disagree.
You found one of the tokens. Find some more, and maybe I'll let you trade them in for some special loot after you've solved this case.
Buzz off, you fuzz! I cut the power to the door! You ain't getting in here! Getting the power back means nothing without the access code. Damn fools thinking we're all idiots. I was top of my class, you know. And don't you dare say it doesn't count just because it was in prison and there was only 3 of us. The top is the top and you'll never reach me. Just leave her in. Okay, I'll give. I'll talk.
I asked him why his prints were on the bottle found at the crime scene, and he sang like a canary with an incompetent vocal coach.
Look, I didn't do it, but I know where it happened. The roofs at Nexus Arc. He was already dead when I got there. You gotta believe me.
Well, don't keep me in suspense. How are things looking? More answers than questions, I hope.
Zane wanted to check in, but I wanted to check out. Out of this mystery. Out of this city. This place. It had a way of getting to you.
Okay. Cool.
The tower served as a monument of the owner's insecurity. Tonight, though, the owner would ironically wish he'd hired more security.
I became the detective I am today by standing my ground and learning to go it alone. And I've been alone a long time. I know your type. You think you're helping. But that's not how things are done here.
Got it.
Good. We're clearly on the same team. I just need you to stay on the bench for this one. Now bugger off. And just like that, you found enough tokens to open one of my special loot chests.
So here it was, the true murder scene. I couldn't tell which smell was stronger, the metallic scent of blood, or the electric tang of clues waiting to be found.
If you scan the scene, we should be able to tie the killer's digital signature to the blood spatter from the murder. Then, we track the bastard down.
It was a gruesome scene, the kind you only thought you'd see in a dark room with your hand in a bucket of popcorn. But my hands were butter-free, and nobody was talking on their phone around me. A dead end, emphasis on the dead. I couldn't make out the killer's face or a murder weapon, and it was no mystery why. The killer had covered his tracks. Or her tracks. Or their tracks. Murder accepts all pronouns.
Can't find the murder weapon, huh? Lucky for you, I'm brilliant. I'll send you away back to me. Hold on.
When you reconstructed the murder scene, I realized something. We knew it was likely to be a gun, and it was. But I checked, and it doesn't actually exist anywhere else in the game. Then I had a thought. Private Dick and a game called Silent Crisis Timescope 5 are on the same network. If they're sharing pipes, data could have crossed over.
So the killer brought the gun from this other game and returned it after?
My memzanes are the only things inside Private Dick that should be indestructible. Set by me, of course. But cross-game corruption? That's messy. SCTS-5 will have the answers we're after. Mind yourself, though. The boss in there's no pushover.
Uh-huh.
Hey! New challenger approaches!
That's right, Bobby.
Name is Bill.
That's what I said.
Ready to be scrapped?
Go home with what prize, Bobby?
Bill.
Not a great prize. I'm behind on all of mine right now already.
You are a moron.
No, I'm Bobby.
Your name's Dev, and the prize is Moxie's hand in marriage.
Shame it's just the hand, but it'll do.
Zane?
That's just the in-game lore. Doesn't transfer to the real world. Sorry. scanning the weapon will try it. But if it deleted my memzine, it's a fair trade, I say.
And that does it. We have a new victor.
Victor? Good name. And they won as well, so it's accurate.
Please shut up.
Can do.
Thanks for joining us on this journey, folks. And
For how long?
let's start with forever and go from there.
I do amaze myself, daily, obviously. But still, that was the murder weapon, all right. And the killer's data is all over it. Courtesy of yours truly, you can track him properly in Private Dick now. Good hunting.
Sometimes you gotta go away to come back. And I intended to come for this killer hard. I had everything I needed to bring closure to this case and justice to the Borderlands. For Borderlands.
You know, I created these memzanes hoping I'd never forget anything ever again. But what good has that done me? Holding on to every memory. That's not living. That's haunting yourself.
He was talking to me, but I could tell his words were really for himself. So I stayed quiet and let him think out loud a while longer. Sometimes saying nothing at all is the best support a friend can give.
I knew you'd be a problem. Coming in here like you know anything about us. Ruining our world like you've already ruined our minds. He filled mine with the memories he so desperately wants to forget, but feels too guilty to delete. His regrets, his pain, his hate. That's all he gave me. And if I can't be happy, why should others get to me? Why should he get to me? I've watched him coming here for years, but not once has he come to me. Well, soon I'll be the only one left. And he'll have no choice. He deserves to die.
From cute to vicious.
Guide the journey. You're going down with a big sleep. I'm gonna raise that twice. Kiss me deadly. I don't regret a thing. They'll never take you alive. Get back. It wasn't me. It was a big man. You're gonna be in a lonely place. Get ready for the love to follow. ready for the long run. You're going down for the big sleep. I'll give you a red carpet.
Let's get serious.
In a lonely place. Keep the change on one creature. Kiss me deadly. Need a verb to die. My gun always lasts twice. That's fact. I don't regret a thing. If I could leave, you wouldn't have been mad. You'll never take me alive.
So easy.
I'll never see the inside of a cell. Farewell, my lovely. You're going down for the big sleep. I'm the jury. Now behold, my final second form.
From cute to vicious.
I don't want to hear no of it. You'll never take me alive. Keep the change, your lost creature. Putting up a fireball! Couldn't have been easy finding all those tokens. Time for you to reap the true rewards in those chests. He was telling the truth. I filled him with memories of the worst things I've done in my life. I didn't think I deserved to forget them. Seeing how they affected him. Hearing that he didn't believe I deserved any happy memories.
Poor bastard. He'd forgotten a truth I'd learned all too young. We all have parts of ourselves we'd like to forget, but that doesn't mean they have to define us. Zane was more than a selfish, drunken mercenary. Just like I was more than a mass-murdering retail worker. More than a vault hunter, even. I'm a detective.
Just glad I didn't lose any other Memzanes. Maybe one day I'll share those lost memories with you. For now, I need some time alone. Thanks, Vex.
Another case for the record books. I'd be lying if I said a perp can't fix everything wrong in this glitched-out world. But you have to take your wins where you can get them. Maybe that's what life is. You find a glitch, you fix it, and you move on to the next one. You'll never patch out all the issues, not in a game this big. But you can wake up every day and make it a little more playable. But for now, my patch notes were written. It was time to head home and unwind the only way I knew how. Farming for legendaries.
Something's off near you. Part of the game is seeing you with some sort of virus to get rid of. Might be a lead on the case, or might just be some weird bug in the code. Careful either way.
I'm invalidating your processors!
Thanks for watching. Please consider leaving a like, comment, or subscribe for more content.